My name is Konrad Jaya and I'm the CEO of Cinematic VR. We are a startup from Rzeszów and we build VR and AR experiences for B2B clients. So we use virtual reality and augmented reality technologies to create business experiences for our clients, ranging from marketing applications, 360 films, VR 180 and also streaming, to highly advanced training apps for sophisticated VR 6 DoF, which is 6 degree of freedom, VR goggles with VR controllers for example, staff training, workforce training, and so on. We are primarily operating on domestic market, but we also see a lot of potential in expanding, especially to other European markets. And we have one of our key products or services is called Lucrum, and it's a VR platform for fashion designers, and it's designed to be a global service. So with this in mind, we are trying to reach as many fashion designers out there as possible, also from abroad, to get feedback and to be able to present the VR or the tools based on VR and AR for presenting, fashion products for them. The main issue for us, and it was like that from the very beginning, was the lack of education among our clients, because even today, VR and AR are somehow associated with toys, with just another gimmick. And it's not like that, especially in the context that we are providing, because it can be a really profitable tool, especially when it comes to workforce training. And marketing-wise, VR is associated with the so-called wow factor, immersion, and presence, actually being present in the virtual world that can consist of a lot of branded elements. So, but still, a lot of people, even today, even nowadays, didn't have the headset on and was not able to experience the virtual reality for themselves. So, a part of our job is to convince them that they can actually benefit from using this technology. So we use virtual reality technology, which is VR goggles, basically the goggles that you put on and they cut you out of the environment and transport you into a different reality. So this is one new technology and key technology for us, because not only can we present a cool marketing experiences, but also we can create scenarios that help to train people. We can create various realistic and interactive situations, maybe dangerous ones, when an employee can end up. We also use augmented reality, which in contrast to VR is something that you augment the real world with. So, for example, you can use augmented reality by looking at your smartphone or a mobile device, and then you can display a 3D graphics, animation, or 2D elements on top of the real world. So that's why it's called augmented reality. And it's a second key technology for us, because when a customer doesn't want to use VR goggles and still wants to use some cool new technology for marketing purposes, then we can build an app based on augmented reality where you point your smartphone camera at, let's say, a product's label, and then use it as a marker to display something interactive, let's say a 3D animation. though we are mainly focused on B2B clients, we see a lot of potential in presenting our content through social media channels. We have Facebook, YouTube and Instagram. Sometimes it's the only way to actually present the content in a realistic way, because when you talk about virtual reality, you need to see it to actually believe that what we are talking is really true, because it's a unique technology that can trick your brain into actually thinking that you're somewhere else, and evoke pretty strong emotions. So the next best thing to actually putting a VR headset on someone's head is showcasing someone's reaction, or actually showcasing the content that's being played inside the VR headset. When it comes to IT and our niche in IT technology in general, I don't think there are too many differences between approaching the domestic client and the foreign client. The only thing that changes is the language, so the language barrier can be difficult. So maybe you need to use some help to actually get to the foreign client more efficiently. But I think the main goal is to try and reach out and try to reach them. I don't think there are differences when you use social media, for example, and especially YouTube and visual media to describe what you're doing and what you're trying to sell and what you're trying to achieve. I think it's the same.